Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Come to Find Out. This week, we are talking to two Hilliard local residents who graduated here and then went to Ohio State and then created their own moving company. So, just wanted to take some time to get to know what they're doing and be able to help you all out whenever you're looking for your moving needs. So, thank you guys so much for joining me.
Well, yeah, thank you. Appreciate you having us.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about kind of like your thoughts that, what did you guys just like, how did you come up with this idea of, wanting to create this moving company?
Yeah, so I think it's something we've been kind of piggybacking around for the last couple of years or so. Obviously, we've worked together, we played sports and stuff all our life. So always kind of kicking around the idea of entrepreneurship and doing something for yourselves, making money for yourself opposed to making money for someone else. So have had some experience over the last 4 or 5 years doing side jobs and things like that. And then after graduation, kind of went into the corporate world, kind of doing what you think you're supposed to do, and then realize we're not the biggest fans of working behind a computer all day, sitting there just back hurting, things like that. So kind of stuck with moving. Had a pretty cool partner that kind of we've worked with and helped her out in the past. She does senior healthcare, and because of that, have been able to start moving with some assisted living or senior assisted living, and then kind of just spun from there, registered a company, and kind of decided to go all in and take our chance more than anything. I was going to add to that, but
Yeah, I mean, I'll just piggyback off that. We both recently graduated from Ohio State, and just the corporate world, the sitting behind a computer all day was kind of a struggle. So we thought, we'd branch out and try something new. And we've been fortunate enough to have a good mentor. She recently just opened a business as well. So, she's been kind of helping us out along the way, and we're just taking it day by day right now.
Perfect. I love it. So obviously Cole and Zach, is that where the C&Z Moving comes from?
Yes, that's our initials. Wasn't the most creative, but figured it'd work out. So.
No, I love it. I mean, you have to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I love it. So you guys grew up here in Hilliard and went to Hilliard, but do you do you like want to stay locally in Hilliard? Do you guys go anywhere in Central Ohio? Like, kind of what do you guys do now, and kind of what's your vision for the future?
Yeah, and I would say our headquarters is right now in Central Ohio. Went to Hilliard Bradley, so local around here. Try to service Central Ohio, and it's been awesome too. Obviously, put smiles on people's face, help them make their lives a little bit easier. I know moving can be kind of stressful, so to take that off their back, or that burden off their back, is usually pretty cool. But I'd say for the time being, we're definitely mainly in Central Ohio as far as local moves, but definitely do long distance moves as well. Pretty much stay in Ohio as of right now, but have some opportunities. People asking us to maybe move to Texas or down south to like the Myrtle Beach area, South Carolina. So definitely something that we're looking into. Just don't want to close any doors, and definitely in the future are really trying to hammer the long distance as well as local moving.
Yeah. I love that. And you guys right now are kind of looking at like apartment complexes and things like that. But do you do like residential moves, like with, if like somebody needed to move from a house to a house, like are you guys able to like do that? Or is it just really more like corporate, moving and things like that? Because I know you had mentioned off camera, some of the projects you have. So I'd love for you to kind of share like some of the partnerships that you have going and things like that. And then just, what are the different services you guys offer?
Yeah, absolutely. Start with this.
I can start. So really, we do households. The best business for us so far has been apartment buildings, but we recently just partnered with a few different companies. So like we're kind of trying to focus on those niche markets, and we have one partnership with a gym equipment company. He's super experienced. He's been in a long time. Diamond Fitness Equipment.
Yeah.
And
Mike Diamond.
Yeah, Mike Diamond. He's a great guy. And then personal healthcare concierge Lisa Ziegler. She's actually the mentor. She's kind of like a longtime friend for my mom. And then you wanted to get the other two?
Yeah, she's owned a couple of different businesses and things like that. Been super cool cool with us, and super helpful as we kind of started this process as well. Just did a couple moves for her, and then was like, "Hey, you guys have been great. Like, have you ever thought about doing this full time?" So kind of push us out of our comfort zone, which is awesome. So shout out to her. And then we also do a lot of furniture moves as well. So partner with some local companies, just kind of like a third party moving company. I know Big Lots in Hilliard is one that we specifically been working with a lot, just for basic moves, whether it's couches, box furniture, things like that. And then just kind of trying to expand out to anything. I know we've considered doing some junk removal and things like that as well. Discussing a partnership with a storage company or portable storage company as well. So just trying to wear a lot of hats and help out as many people as we can more than anything.
Yeah. I love that. And I love that everything that you guys are doing is all centered around like helping people. Is that just kind of like a core value of yours?
Yeah, absolutely. I think obviously we think networking and just kind of how we were raised, it's super good to bring a smile on people's face. I've always kind of seen myself as somewhat of a class clown as I grew up as well. So making people laugh and brightening people's day is definitely something we believe in and try to do.
I love that. So you guys are really, I admire what you guys are doing because you really learned, early on. It took me years to realize that corporate was not for me,
Yeah.
and then kind of branch out into something like this. So it's been really fun. So I really admire that. So you guys are doing great work. Is there anything else that you really would like for people to kind of know about, like what you're doing? And obviously, we'll put in the show notes all of the information of how to get a hold of them, all their socials and things like that. But is there anything that you guys really would like to make sure that people know about about you guys?
I think the biggest thing is on top of just helping people, like you said, that's kind of our biggest mission more than anything, make people's lives easier, moving something that's everyone's going to have to deal with at some point, whether they're moving from a house, moving from apartments, going to college, different levels of everything. But I think also want to help people out in the aspect of like some of these big corporate companies can kind of price gouge people. So we just want to be able to offer something that's maybe a little bit more reasonable too, which kind of piggies back into just helping people overall. But I think those are kind of our two biggest things, is just making people's lives easier and then making sure they're getting taken care of. Usually when a big corporate company, sometimes it can get flushed out with people going in there, so it's not as in like a sincere customer experience. So definitely just try to make people as happy as possible is kind of our ultimate goal.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was pretty well said. Honestly, we just want to keep it, personal, hopefully build, a good relationship and, help the client out as best as we can.
I love it. So sorry, I was just making sure the green light was still on.
Yeah,
It'd be really horrible if we had just, done this whole video and no one was hearing us. Yeah.
Sound like crickets in the back.
Right. Exactly. But so when it comes to moving though, like, especially if you're like at a house or an apartment, do you guys go in and pack the stuff up for them, or do they have to have it all packed up? All their belongings, do you guys offer that as a service? And then like when you're moving furniture, do you like pad it and do all of the things that you see like the big local movers do? Is that stuff that you do?
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely do both packing and unpacking. It's not something we do every time. Obviously, some people's needs are different. There is going to be an additional fee and things associated with that as well. But we also do provide like boxes, tape, and anything like that too. So if someone's like, hey, no, I need to move, don't really know exactly what all goes into it, we can absolutely do like a full service. So we can pack it, whether it's China, obviously we'll wrap it all. And then even just standard moves where we're not packing and unpacking. We definitely wrap everything. Just want to make sure all the items are handled with care. Delicates are not bouncing around. Everything will be strapped in and things like that. So yeah, definitely still operate like those big businesses. Just try to bring a little like hometown love to it as well.
Yeah.
Real quick, he mentioned China. Being a newer company, we actually for the first time moved a piano the other day, and we learned a lot. I'll say that it was a struggle. Wow. Yeah. It was one of the older pianos. It was like 700 pounds probably.
Yeah, filled with lead. It was something. It was quite the move, but want to take pride in trying to do everything that people ask. There's pool tables, pianos, so special items too. Typically are a little bit more of an upcharge for people that don't know, but it's definitely something that we'd be able to do for you as well. I know it's definitely never fun lifting that piano by yourself too. So if you can have some other people, we'll be the guys for you.
I love that. Well, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day. We will, like I said, we'll have all of the information in the show notes. So down in the description, make sure you're looking at it. I also will have all the links to all of their social media and how you can get a hold of them, and they would love to hear from you. So thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate it. Like I said, they're super busy. They're definitely people that you're going to want to reach out to because they're doing a great job. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure that you follow the show so you never miss any episodes. And we'll see you next time on Come to Find Out.